past few weeks, interest in the Epstein files have exploded again through documents, names, redactions, questions. Some people are saying everything is finally exposed, while others are saying this barely scratches the surface. So today, instead of speculation or shock clips, we're doing something different. I'm going to run you through what the Epstein files actually are, what people are misunderstanding, and what was actually released. But most importantly, why this story still matters today, even if you've been following it for years. So really quickly, Jeffrey Epstein was a wealthy financier who was accused of running a long-term abuse trafficking operation involving younger girls. He was arrested in 2019 and later died in jail while awaiting his trial. After his death, a massive question still remained: who knew what and when? Over the years, investigators, journalists, and survivors have pushed for the documents tied to Epstein's finances, flight logs, and legal cases to be released publicly. The collection of materials spread across court filings, evidence logs, and the legal records is what we all now call today the Epstein files.
What are you, class 3 sexual predator?
Tier 1.
What's tier 1's the highest and worst?
No, I'm
The lowest?
I'm the lowest. It's your child's life.
Do you think you're the devil himself?
No, but I do have a good mirror.
So why is this back in the spotlight now? Because new documents and materials have been made public or re-examined as a part of outgoing transparency and court processes. Social media took that moment and ran with it. Started with posting short clips, screenshots, list of names, often without context. Everything started circulating very, very fast. And suddenly millions of people are asking the same question: is this really the full truth of the Epstein files? And to be honest, not exactly. This is why things are getting very misunderstood.
So at one point, I had 2 phones. It was difficult because they're afraid people are going to hang themselves with the phone cord. So they don't actually come together and they're pretty short. So I was actually going between 2 phones talking to Bear Stearns and JP Morgan at the same time. So I found it amusing.
So let's talk about what was actually released. The material included court documents tied to civil cases, transcripts and filings from past legal proceedings, evidence inventories and references, previous sealed or partially redacted records that are now more visible. Important detail to point out here: being named in a document does not necessarily mean someone committed a crime. Many names appeared in here because some were mentioned as a testimony, some people may have been contacted by Epstein himself, or were just a part of the timeline or investigation.
You know, there's this argument that I reject that black people are less intelligent than white people. It's not true. We know, for example, that if I was in the forest and I had to run from the lion or figure out a way not to be eaten, and my competition is a local African, I'm the one who's getting eaten.
One thing people noticed immediately was the redactions. Entire sections blacked out, names removed, certain information being withheld. That's just not random. Now, elephant in the room, why redactions? Why are they holding certain information from us and not releasing the full Epstein files? Redactions usually happen to protect victims' privacies, avoid defaming individuals without charges, shield outgoing investigators, comply with court orders. Usually when you redact something, it's to like protect the person from looking like a weirdo when it comes to like the higher ups.
Made a statement about me and Jeffrey Epstein. I have nothing to do with that. I have nothing to do with Jeffrey Epstein. And in fact, if you look at the DOJ, they announced, they released 3 million pages. It's like this is all they're supposed to be doing. And frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do, because that whole thing has turned out, I mean, other than Bill Clinton and, Bill Gates and lots of people that there are a lot of questions about it, but nothing on me.
Now, the most misleading part about these entire files is what wasn't released. Like anything legally harmful or irrelevant, they completely blacked out. Like when you see those children running around and Epstein's like playing with them in the kitchen, you kind of have to use context clues of what's going on. From the keyframe black box that's following these kids, oh, it's not a larger adult, so it has to be a kid. Don't even get me started on the redacted Trump files. Like Jeffrey Epstein and Trump were like this, and the fact that these files come out and all we're getting is flight logs or even like an alleged 2003 signature to an Epstein birthday card. Come on, bro. Now, I get it. Transparency in the legal system tends to be incremental, but like something like these Epstein files that we've all been waiting for like years now should be released all at once. Like, give us the real files if you're gonna drop something, not like something that's catering to an audience that, like, again, context clues. They want us to sit here and do more and more research when they have all the information that they can release to us.
Did it strike you at the time of the mess you had made of your life to be in a situation that you're one of the greatest financial minds in the world, looked at by world leaders and asked their, your thinking by the most prominent and important people in the world, and here you are in solitary confinement. You got to make a collect call.
No, that would be probably means I would be too self-aware.
Now, I think the craziest conspiracy out there is Jeffrey Epstein is still alive. Now, it wouldn't go past me, but I think that what we should focus on is what's being put in front of us. Maybe he is still alive. Cool. But what's actually happening? Let's talk about this conspiracy, right? There's still an island, or there's multiple islands where they're doing these type of acts, and we'll never know. I think the biggest conspiracy that we probably won't ever even find out is Epstein just being the decoy of all the stuff they're really doing. Like getting us comfortable to be like, wow, they're humans. Wow, they're actually trafficking little kids, bro. There's so much sick things that go on. Bohemian Grove, like we can go tit for tat when it comes to conspiracies, but what's actually going on, what's a fact, we'll never know until they tell us. That's the sickest part. I think the best thing that like summarizes this entire Epstein files thing is I truly believe everyone was involved when it comes to one party, two party, no matter who you want to point the finger at. Everybody in politics, government officials, higher ups was involved in this island, whether they brought money to this island, they helped out with the certain country, involved themselves in the acts of the things that Epstein and all these other sickos were doing. I think everybody was involved and played some type of role in all of this to operate it. I would love to know what you guys think about this entire Epstein files, theories that you have, conspiracies you have. Comment it all down below, and also make sure to subscribe because I'm coming a long format and I'm gonna start giving my takes on all these weird topics, whether it's streamers, crazy news, political style, and just give you what I think about all this stuff. Make sure you like this video and also comment your favorite celebrity that you found on this list that you would have never thought either had any association with Epstein or would have went to this island.